what's up everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we're doing the preview for the ESPN card that's taking place on Friday, September 15th, as we're going to see the main event between Luis Alberto Lopez and Joet Gonzalez for the IBF featherweight title. Now before we get into the card, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I try to build my channel up here. Yeah, like I said, I just appreciate anything that I can get from you guys in terms of support. That'd be awesome. So we go back to this fight, the big title fight, but we're going to start with the undercard, the co-feature. The rest of the card, nothing really to speak of, so we're going to go with Cuban sensation at super welterweight 154 on the rise, Xander Zayas, as he takes on Roberto Valenzuela Jr. In a clash at 154 there. Zayas is 21 years old. He's currently 16-0 with 10 knockouts, looking to keep that undefeated record intact as he takes on the 21-4 Roberto Valenzuela Jr. And if you just look at their names and records, you probably think this should be a wash. But, Zayas needs to not overlook Roberto Valenzuela, because Roberto Valenzuela, 21-4, but he's got 20 knockouts. And 3 of his 4 defeats have come by decision. His only stoppage loss was to Alexis Rocha back in 2019. So this is going to be an interesting fight right here. It should be good. I'm picking Zayas to keep his undefeated record intact. But it would really do him well to break down Valenzuela and stop him. Excuse me. And I believe he'll do that. But I think it's going to come in the later rounds, like maybe rounds 6, 7, and 8. But if Zayas can look good here in this co-feature, it's really going to do him well moving forward. So Zayas and Valenzuela Jr., again, I'm picking Zayas by TKO in the co-feature. But the main event, Luis Alberto Lopez battling Joet Gonzalez for the IBF featherweight title at 126 pounds. This is a good fight right here between these two fighters. Luis Alberto Lopez in his last 2 fights has pulled off upsets in both fights in terms of, even as a challenger and a champion. And that's what he's been doing to this point. All 3 of his major fights, Gabriel Flores Jr., a couple years back when he became the top contender, then Josh Warrington last December when they fought, and then this past May against Michael Conlan. All 3 of those fights, he went to the hometown or home country of his opponent and came in the suspected underdog. Even as a champion against Conlan, most people thought, myself included, that he was going to lose that fight, and he pulled off the victories. Now he's going into this fight with Joet Gonzalez as the favorite. He's not used to that role. And he's taking on Gonzalez, who's fought for titles twice already against top-tier talent. Shakur Stevenson and Emmanuel Navarrete. He lost convincing decisions, one-sided decision to Stevenson, and a pretty one-sided decision to Emmanuel Navarrete. But those 2 guys are top-tier level fighters. Luis Alberto Lopez wants to prove that he is also a top-tier level fighter by beating Joet Gonzalez here convincingly. He said he wants to be the first guy to stop Joet Gonzalez. Can he do that? We don't know. We'll see. We're going to find out on Friday night, September 15th on ESPN. I think it's going to be a good action-packed fight right here. But I do think that Lopez provides that little bit extra that it takes to win this kind of fight. I really don't think it's going to be as close as Dogbe and Joet Gonzalez was last year. That was a really good toe-to-toe fight. It ended, in a very close split decision for Dogbe, but really could have went either way. I mean, I thought the fight was a draw, to be honest. It was that close over 10 rounds. I really wish that would have been a 12-rounder to see who had more metal in the championship rounds. But I also don't think Luis Alberto Lopez is on the level of Stevenson and Alvarate to where he's going to blow out Gonzalez. So I think it's somewhere in the middle. I picked, if you go back and watch my breakdown video, I did it a couple weeks back on this fight. Go check it out. You'll get a full breakdown why I'm picking Lopez. But I think Lopez is going to pull this one out. I think he's going to win a hard-fought but deserving decision victory somewhere around the 7-5, 8-4 level and keep his IBF title. But I do believe Joet Gonzalez is a live underdog. And if Luis Alberto Lopez is looking for a knockout as opposed to a decision, you know, or and is not, you know, in the best of shape, Gonzalez will expose that. I think it's going to be a good, hard-fought 12-round battle. But we did see Lopez run out of gas against Josh Warrington, especially when Warrington put his foot on the gas pedal last year in December. So it's going to be a good one again this Friday, September 15th on ESPN. But I am picking Luis Alberto Lopez to get a close decision here. But again, I do believe Joet Gonzalez has a good shot. And again, don't forget about Xander Zayas against Roberto Valenzuela Jr. on the undercard. Should be good. I'm looking forward to it. That's it. That's what I got. That's my preview, ESPN preview for the Joet Gonzalez challenging Luis Alberto Lopez for the IBF featherweight title. Again, Friday, September 15th on ESPN. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.